I hope you're all ready tonight. If you would like to see more of what I do, check me out on my website, Tom's Train of Thought, where you could find many different tabs, projects, layout updates, videos, and links, and of course, Rumble. So check that out. The link is in the description, and thank you for your support. A lot of things are on there that is not on YouTube, so check out Tom's Train of Thought website. I also do live streams on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. You could find the links right here on my website, and there are other times when I pop up occasionally. Other times besides the Monday and Wednesday night live streams. So check it out.
Hey there, buddy, are you doing all right? I'm doing great, as a matter of fact. I'm on the road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad days are gone, and now I'm on the road. The weather has cleared and the sky is blue. Anything I want, baby, I can do. I'm on the road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad days are gone, and now I'm on the road. Gonna take me. You might have heard that I was down with the blues, but I can't give you more reason news. I'm on the road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bad days are gone, and now I'm on the road. Yes, I am.
ride this train.
Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of laughter breathe. Stars align and the month times night burn like the ground I leave. I will leave it on the next train, baby. I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5. I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part. They are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe. You know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this run for life. You'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe. So take your seat. All right. Come on, let's ride this train. Yeah, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
Happy Labor Day, everybody. Welcome to September. Could you believe it's September already? September 4th. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Labor Day. We're in the last part of the year. We're winding down. Summer is officially over, even though, you know, we're not into fall yet, but this is official. Tom actually played that on guitar. Yes, I did. Yes, we are in September. I hope everybody had some good barbecue, had hot dogs and hamburgers. If you had to work, some people do. When I was working, I always had to work all the holidays because I worked in a laundry. Most of the time for hospital laundry, so we always had to work. So I know how you feel. So everybody out there that has worked, happy Labor Day. Good to see you in here. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button, because you know why. We got to get them, the YouTubers, to push this crap out here. Just smash it gently, though. We are going to talk about Melbourne, the train show that I went to this past weekend. I ran into Curtis and his wife there. CNL Lines. Oh, yeah, I got to say hello to everybody in Rumble. Jim 13A is there. Chris Ruggieri. Chasco's there. Why Are You Naked For? Let me go up a little bit further. And Gerald Stewart, good to see you all in here today. All right. And Gerald Stewart was #1 on both. And Ralph Agaus, I like that picture that you have there of alfalfa. I like that thing. Right there. Finishing up our ribs in Oregon now. There you go. Love that picture right there. Okay, so let me see. Melbourne, we're going to have a train show and train store haul. We're going to talk about the new kit or old kit that I'm working on. JV models. What's the name of it? Some Salvage, Ward's Salvage. What else? And a rant, and all the other good stuff. No, it wasn't with the fan. We ran into him inside. Rob said on Rumble, Tom, when you ran into Curtis and his wife, I hope it wasn't in the van. No, it wasn't. Okay, there you go. All right, so let's get this thing started. I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. I know how hard it is these days, and I really appreciate everybody that has supported me here. And how you doing, Jenny? Good to see you in here. Who else popped in here? David Thompson. There you go. Good to see you in here. All right. So let's get on with this. Me thanking all of you that support this channel right here. Let me turn that off and put this on. You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Wouldn't be able to do it without you. And yes, Jenny, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? And Southern 207, I'll be so well. I found out where my ex was. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Hey, Schmergy Peargy. You're not late. You're just right in time. You just missed all the intros and all that stuff. So you haven't missed a thing yet. So we're going to get on with all the train show stuff. But before we get to the train show, let me give you a sneak peek at this right here. This is the Workbench. I'm working on that kit. That's the JV models, Ward's Salvage. It's a lot of sticks. And I have 4 walls framed up so far. All I got to do is put horizontal pieces in them for the windows and the doors, and it'll be good. I need to talk to her about taxes. Yeah, well, I had the same problem, 15 years ago, chasing down my ex-wife, trying to get her to sign the divorce papers because she kept on jumping from state to state every 2 weeks or so because she was running from everybody. So that's a long story. All my exes are in Texas now. Okay, so I think that's a song. So here we go with the train show stuff, and then we're going to get on to the train show hall. And John's long silver rails, good to see you in here. All right, here we go. Let me put this up there. Good evening, Tom and folks. There you go. Oh, no, not here yet. Yeah. But way, way up there in, I don't know, maybe Amarillo or somewhere up around in that place, I think. I don't know. What happened? My ex is Santa's sister. There you go. And, okay. Hey, I'm currently building a Campbell Tall Timber Trestle Kit 752. All right, that's good to hear. Here, that's a nice one there. Okay, all right. October 29th in Cottage Grove, Oregon. And there goes Debbie. How you doing, Debbie? Glad you can make it in here. Woohoo! Oh, Reggie, you spelled it wrong. It's Satan, not Santa. Okay. My ex is Satan's sister. That makes more sense. Okay. All right. Everybody's saying hello to Debbie. We went to the Melbourne train show this weekend on September 2nd. We ran into Curtis. We didn't ran into him. We met them there at, I think I will go to it. We bumped into Curtis and his wife at the train show, inside, not with the van. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But another one coming up on September 16th and 17th is the Villages. Reggie and Debbie says, I'm checking you out. Yeah, there you go. All you have to do is just peek around the door there. And Steve says, Satan's sister, we have the same ex. There you go. All right. So the Villages is coming up. We're going to be going to that one. That's a nice one to go to. We always like to go to that one. That's on September 16th and 17th. We'll be going there on the 16th on Saturday. And Debbie says she had a great time. Yes, we both had a great time. We... After the show, we went to TRF Trains. Wait a minute. I got his card right up on top, and he had a $5 off gift certificate, and I put it in my pocket, or I'll put it in a magazine, and I forgot to take it inside, but there's his card right there, TRF Trains. And I'll be showing you what I got there. And Debbie says she's too lazy to get up and poke her head over here to say hello. And John's long silver rails, I think Dothan is the same weekend as the Villages. Dothan still have it at the peanut place, peanut with the big peanut in front. Train shows are always a great time. We used to drive past Dothan all the time, and we wanted to go to one of the train shows a couple of years ago, but that's when COVID hit, so we didn't make it up there. But I heard that was supposed to be a pretty good one. But is it still at that same fairground with the big peanut over there? Inquiring minds want to know. So after September 16th, moved this year. Okay. Do you know where it moved to? So we could, well, I'll have to look that up a little bit later here. In fact, I'll put it in here. So I have it up. Let's see if I can find it. Wiregrass steel wheels. Okay. Yep. There you go. I got it over here. I'll show that in a little bit. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Let's see if it has an address. Below 501 Recreation Road, Dothan, Alabama. Westgate Sports Complex, immediately adjacent to Waterworld. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's get this up here. There it is right there. 13 and up, $7. 4 to 12, 3 and under, free. Okay, there you go. All right, to Wiregrass steel wheels. And yes, Debbie, we are going to the Villages. How could we pass that up? I'll have to look up Milton too. Okay, I'll look that up a little bit later. Remind me. Oh, I'm not going to sing that to you. I hate that song. Okay, so Pinellas Park is October 7th. It's at the Performing Arts Center. That's Suncoast Model Railroad Club. And they also have an open house in Largo, which is a couple of miles away. So I'm not quite sure if it's a couple of miles or maybe even 3 miles. But it's pretty close, not too far away. So... And Debbie says, yeehaw! There we go. Debbie likes train shows just as much as I do. She's over there laughing. And Ralph Agos, thank you for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. I can't put that down in the lower thirds, but I could sure do this right here. All right. Thank you very much. Let me put this in here on a search and see if that thing comes up. Well, I got a Milton Model Train Museum of Pennsylvania and West Florida Railroad Museum in Milton. Is that the one you're talking about? I am not able to make the Altoona, PA N-Scale weekend this time. Uh-oh. Maybe next time. Let me put this thing back up here, over here. Okay. So, that's not the one I wanted. Get out of there. I already did that. All right. So, okay, here we go. So we did the Pinellas Park. Suncoast Model Railroad Club has 2 layouts there. They got a nice big HO scale layout and N scale layout in the same building. And I hope they got enough. They had a GoFundMe up there for a new air conditioner because their air conditioner is going out. So I hope they got enough to get a new air conditioner there. So if you're in Tampa area, go to that train show October 7th. And D-Land is the same day. which is on the other coast. That's on the East Coast. We always like to go to that, but we can't make it to them all the time. Whenever, I think a couple of times a year, Robert Sacco has his train show the same time as D-Land has theirs. So this time we're going to Pinellas Park instead of D-Land. Background noise too loud, can't hear you. What do you hear? Any background noise? I can't hear any background noise. I don't have any music playing, do I? All right. Yes, when I went, it was free, fun, informal, included tailgate sales. I don't know how it is now. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. So D-Land, I always like to go there. We'll probably go to the one in January. So Plant City, Florida, October 14th is an NMRA one. That lasts for about, I hear no background. Reggie says, I hear no background noise. That must be on your end. And Life with Roscoe says, I hope to go to Maryland. We're not going to be able to make it to Maryland, but we'll be going to Plant City this time. Can't afford to go to Maryland with the price of gas. It just keeps on going up. It'll cost me a fortune to get up there and back. You know, not to mention the hotel. I mean, I get to stay at my daughter's house, but you know, one night in a hotel up and back, and the price of food. We stopped at Chick-fil-A, 2 exits up from the Melbourne, because the one exit up, we went to Hobby Lobby, and that Chick-fil-A there was being remodeled, so we had to go up to the next one. And just for lunch, it cost us almost $28, or $27 and some change. Could you believe that? You could go down in a sit-down restaurant and eat for that much. I got tinnitus. I only hear background noise when I'm awake. There you go. So I hear no noise. I hear no noise. And Life with Roscoe says he hopes to get to Maryland. Well, maybe the next time. Yeah, I admit. I admit knowing Robert Sacco, he gives me a big bear hug every time we go. What did Corey say today? That sucks. Oh yeah, tinnitus. I don't have tinnitus, but I hear hissing in my ear, in my head, not in my ear. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I hear it all the time. Same deal, Corey. Finally got hearing aids that help somewhat. How many chickens did you? Hopefully it wasn't even the whole chicken. But a year ago, the same thing for the both of us was like, I think $21. And probably 2 years ago, it was $17. So it's gone up $10 in 2 years. You hear voices in your head. And Rob says, go fund me. That's why I couldn't find it. I kept typing in, go find me, and kept getting links to Where's Waldo. Okay. You're taking over the bad dad jokes there. I'm trying to hold off on this for as long as possible, but it was probably inevitable. Yeah, I know. The voices in my head are telling me to buy trains. There you go. That's what they always tell me too. Boy. All right. Okay, so a hearing aid or tray. How should I spend the money? I'd go with the trains. There you go. Okay, so where we was, Timonium, Maryland. So we're not going to be able to make it to that one. So maybe next year to Timonium. And then Kansas City, Kansas, October 14th and 15th. I'm not sure about what that one is. And then Altoona, PA, October 19th to 22nd, an MRA event there. Yeah, Steve Moskin says trains. Reggie says, I still have stuff in boxes from train shows last year. I'm just opening up boxes from train shows from 20 years ago. So don't feel bad. Perhaps it's your guardian angel trying to get through. There you go. So Altoona, that is right up from the road from Timonium. And last year, we went to both of them. We went to Timonium and we went to the, it was a TCA in, not Altoona, but where was it? Not Altoona. Altoona's a little bit further up. What's right up there? In Pennsylvania. My train of thought, you can't see it here, but my train of thought has left the station. Geez. Okay. Okay. This is going on with the Satan's sister. Satan runs into the church and everyone runs out screaming except for an old gentleman in the front row. Satan says to him, I am Lucifer, king of darkness. Do you not fear me? And the old man says, oops, why should I? I've been married to your sister for 50 years. That's a good one. And Ken Amos, all right, you got 2 more trains from Howard Zane's over at Al's house last night and ran trains with Al. Good to hear that. Glad you could do that. I was wanting to get up to see him again in October, but we're not going to be able to make that. So glad you were. Jimmy Vasquez says, sorry, I cleared up the problem. My fault. Okay, yeah, it was on your end. Oh, yeah, Ken Amos, yeah. Really great guy, both of them. I wish I could go up there in October, but not going to be able to make it. Can't afford it this year. So, what's the one up in Pennsylvania that was the TCA right after Timonium last year? York. There you go. York, Pennsylvania. All right. There you go. All right. So Monroeville, Pennsylvania, November 4th and 5th. That's a Greenberg train show. Always a good one. And Pinellas Park, Florida, November 11th. Zicknick's sidewalk sale or parking lot sale. It's on the sidewalk and in the parking lot. And Reggie Stroud, member for 30 months. I can't put it up on the lower third, but you can see it in the chat. There you go. All right. Getting together again soon and going back to Howard and run more trains. Tell them I said hi, and tell them I'll probably see them next year when I get back up there. All right, so Zitnik's has this, I think, twice a year. And from what I've seen on Facebook, they remodeled their store, so maybe we'll head up there for that sidewalk. And Orlando, Florida, November 11th, TCA. And the guy at Melbourne gave me a flyer, and I don't know where the stuff is. I think Debbie has it in. She got a bunch of magazines, and I threw everything in the magazine, so it's probably in there, but I'll get more information on it. Last time I checked on the website, they didn't have any information on it, but we'll look into rail serve here in a few minutes. I'll put the link up here for RailServe so you can check it if you like. Put it up on both places, on YouTube and on Rumble. And then Pensacola, Florida, November 11th and 12th, RailFest. That's way, way at the end of Florida. That's maybe an 8-hour drive for us. So that's a long way. That's as far. Pensacola is just as far as Atlanta for us. So that's all I got for train shows. And let me see if I can pull up this other one here. He was talking about Milton, but all I got is a railroad museum. Okay, that's that. And this one, all aboard the rails of history. That one right there, Kitty Train Rides, the depot. And I think when I was up in Tallahassee, they were saying something about Milton. I'm not sure. I think I might have had something on there. Okay. All right. Oh, this new variant is election variant 2.0, so I don't think so. Nobody's going to listen to anybody about that. Yeah, it's all BS. It's just in time for the election, so there you go. All right, so let's go back over here. And I got to do this right here because I got to show you what I got. Okay, at the train show, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hey, Gerald Cole, how you doing? Good to see you in here. All right, let me put this up there. But after the train show, we went to TRF Trains, and I picked up another three pack of Monroe Models weathering powders. This one's in like this, dark rust, soot black, and ash gray. So I think that was about $17 right there. I think I have the dark rust, but I use that a lot. But the soot and ash gray I didn't have, so I picked this up. They come in 3 packs, where they come in one like this or one round one, but they didn't have the ones that I wanted, you know, so I had to get it like that. Also got, I've always wanted this, and my ruler never worked pretty good. This is for straight track. HO alignment gauge by Ribbon Rail, because I could never get my, I have a small 6-inch pocket ruler, you know, that you put in your pocket, but it's not the right distance. This is the right distance in between the 2 tracks. Plus, you can put this up against the track to keep it straight. So, pick this up. I got a bunch of curved deals. Gerald Cole doing good. Got 6 of 10 tortoises in now wired. All right, good to hear. All right. Only a model railroader would spend money on simulated dirt. No, it's not simulated. It's real dirt. You can't get dirt here. Everything here is sand. Unless you go in the woods and then you get black dirt. So you don't need any black dirt. And rail joiners. Always need rail joiners. And Calm Ripple. 2 sheets. Rock Island Hobbies. I had another one. I think I can't remember if it's the regular styrene stuff. Who sells it? Whatever the manufacturer it is, but it was too small. I mean, it was like only 6 inches long, and it's not big enough for any waterfront that I have. This is 10 inches, 10.8 by 10.8. So even if I wanted to put it this way, I think that would be enough for my area. So I got this. There's 2 sheets in there. It was $7.95. Put that down there. And Railroad Model Craftsman magazine. I got rid of both of my subscriptions. So every time I hit a train store, I pick up a copy to see what's going on, because I'm not paying for a whole year, because at least this one here, they got good stuff on there, but Model Railroader is mostly advertisements anymore, and it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. Reggie says he's guilty. Yeah, everybody's guilty. Come to Tennessee and get some red dirt. Yeah, the red dirt in Georgia. Up in Pennsylvania, they got yellow dirt. I don't know why. Hey, Adrian, good to see you in here. Look at all that stuff. Tom's a model train hoarder like the rest of us. There you go. Good to see you, Adrian. Took getting used to coming from Ohio and Michigan. Brown up here. Yeah. The rocks that I did, I used yellow ochre, because everything up in Pennsylvania is yellow. Tom, you want dirt, powder, rust, coal, coke, breeze, slag, bony red, dogs? Just let me know. Well, I got everything I need now. I even got coal, because Bernard C. sent me a whole bottle of coal from Nevada last year. John's long silver rails. I just got my Tyco flat car with UP trailers in the original blocks in HO, and I'm old school, liking Athearn diesel and Tyco freight cars. There you go. We're not, Reggie says, we're not hoarders, we're collectors. There you go. That's right. We're not hoarders until it's overflowing and you have to put it outside. We have red dirt here in North Florida. It's called Red Hills. All we got here in Sebring is sand. Everywhere you go is sand. And it keeps getting bigger. These North Carolina red clary, I'll ship you some. I don't need anything red. I'm doing Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia, so I got everything. I got all the dirt I need from up there. If I knew you'd need yellow sandstone, still I would have dug it out of the backyard for you. That's okay. Facing the truth, I think I'm both a hoarder and a collector. There you go. All right. Yeah, I got everything that I need now. I mean, whenever I go, it's I just pick things up. Yeah, it's a habit. What can I say? Rob says, That all sounds like slang terms for pot. You all dealing, there you go. And you can send all the sand to Burning Man. He only have mud at the moment. There you go. Yeah. They're stuck and they can't get out. Historically, they made bricks in Pensacola. All right, I didn't know that. Yeah, in Western Pennsylvania, there's we got a lot of like cobblestone street or brick streets. They're all yellow brick, and a lot of buildings are yellow brick. So everything's yellow there. So that's all I got for that. Let me show you what. I didn't take very much video at the train show, but I'll show you what I got. It's 3.5 minutes long, and most of it's me driving. We're on our way to Melbourne, Florida for the train show. It's September. Could you believe it's September 2nd already? Oh my goodness, it's 7:27. We just got out of McDonald's and spent some time there waiting on Henrietta to lay the egg so that they could finish the order. I don't know what's wrong with it. It takes them so long anymore. But nice day, 77 degrees. It's about a 2-hour drive, all back roads until we hit the east coast of Florida to get to I-95. And then it's about, I guess, about another 20 or so miles before we get to Melbourne. So we're on the way. Nice day. No clouds, but a little, a little foggy though. So here we go. Okay, there's Debbie going into the Shriner Center. Here we are at Melbourne. They got a speeder up front again. So we're going to go inside right now. Okay, here we are inside. Got a couple empty tables here. All right, here we go. All right.
Since I watched the 40 and over game last night, I'm like, man, I know a lot of the guys out there. Like,
Snack bar over there.
Because I came back from the break.
I wanted to get all the room in. The radius and everything done, so I wish I had more work to get done.
Good evening, John.
Now you can't get your certificate, you can't get your item judged, whatever you feel is structural great. You can't get it judged by any judges in your region.
Okay, we got a T-track. Doing, Derek? All right. And looky there, there's Curtis. All right. So that's all the video that I took at Melbourne. It's a small place, and the couple of vendors that normally I get stuff from there. They either weren't there, you know, they're local guys, but they always had a lot of good stuff and a lot of old car kits and building kits. I might have got that JV Models there a couple of years ago, but he wasn't there. A couple of other guys weren't there, so I didn't take a lot of videos there. So, hello everybody that popped in here. John, Schuylkill River, and Derek Alexander. And there's Russ's Rockin' Railroad. Good to see you in here. All right. Is that anybody else pop in here while I had that up here? No. Okay. Well, that was the that was the all of what I videoed in Melbourne. But here is the kit that I'm working on right now. This next kit is JV Models Ward Salvage. There's what it looks like right there. Here is the box, the edge box right there. Now this is another stick built. So this is going to be fun to put together. This is an old one. You can tell by the print and everything on the instructions. John Rendell Scale Models, JV Models. Scale kit for discerning modelers. So here's what the print looks like on there. You can tell that this was very, very old. I'm not sure when it is. I'll have to look it up to see if I could find any information on it. But again, like on this one with the instructions right here, I'm going to have to make a copy of this because this is, I'll have to put this out and that looks bigger. Yes, that's legal size right there. So oh, crap. I'm going to have to take that down to Office Depot and make a couple of copies of it. So that way I'll be able to set this thing out and work on it. Because here's all the stuff. Here's all the sticks. Right here. So, well, the writing is not back. No, on a regular video is not. But when you do a short, like I did the short posting on that, the writing was backwards on that one. Yeah, that's what I
Quite a bit of
ended
sticks.
up doing. I used 2 pages.
So that's going to be fun. And I got to find. Luckily, I'm going to a train show. I'm going to see if I could find another stain instead of just using Indian ink. I have one stain that I picked up some time ago. It's where did I put it? It's Timberline Scenery. But the only problem with this, it is so light that I have to put 2 coats on it, and I don't want to soak the wood down with a lot of liquid in here. Yeah, I did this on one of my models, and it was I had to use 2 coats before I could see it. The first coat just didn't come out dark enough, so I'm going to have to find some more, if not at the train show at TRF Hobbies in Melbourne. So that's what we'll be doing. Wait a minute, there's another thing in here, a little card in here. As a purchaser of the Craftsman kit, you are entitled to a free copy of our latest catalog of structure kits. Artesia, California, and you mail it into them. Okay. So this is a long time because no website information or anything like that. So it goes back quite a while. and I see that there's some wire in there on the bottom, and the rubber bands are deteriorating, they're drying out. I got a ladder in there, got a couple of dowels, I got not sure quite what that is, but we'll figure it out along the way. It's sticking to the rubber, so and I drop one, of course, square. All right, so, and there's a little paper on this one right here, and this one says Northeastern scale models 1/3 by 1/8. And so you got a lot of those, 1/3 by 1/8. So that's the siding on it. Got a lot of squares, heavy squares and small squares. So it's going to be interesting. I'll have to read the directions on this one. And so here's what's left of the rubber band. It's been on there for so long. I'll have to. It's brittle. Okay, so we'll get working on this. And I went over it. There's a block of wood right here. I'm not quite sure what that's for. We'll probably have to whittle something down out of it. So we'll see what that is. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, you know your kit's old when the rubber bands fall apart and dry rot on there. And Corey says, Tom, mix some of those Monroe powders with some rubbing alcohol for staining. Hey, that's a good idea. I may try that. And Derek Alexander, Corey, do you live at a strip mine? How do you have access to all that stuff? Good question. All right. Yeah, the wood is already aged for me. There you go. Yeah, I'm holding off on well, you'll see. I got another one here. Okay, on the footer, it says copyright 1993 by JV Models. You can see it right down there. Okay, so 1993 was when this first came out. So I'm not quite sure where I got this. I know I didn't have it for a long time, so I might have got it at a train show. Pretty cheap, because there's a lot of modelers out there these days that don't like doing stick built, so maybe I'll find some more in Melbourne. Well, I just looked up JV Models on the cell phone here, and they still exist. They've been in business since 1972, and this model is still in production for $87. So I got one of their old ones. So, well, I went on the computer and looked up JV Models, their website, to see what other stuff that they had. It's very old looking, and I'll show you how you have to order it. There is the form. You have to fill it out, send in a check or money order, and fill out the kit number, item description, quantity, unit price, and total. This is going back about 20 years. I cut enough of the interior bracing to get me started with a couple of walls. As you can see right here, these two front and back walls. They're basically the same width, but different heights. So I have taller verticals here and shorter verticals here, but the top and bottom horizontal pieces are the same. So we're going to start with those and then hit the side walls, because we'll start with the bottom, and I made enough to get the verticals on each side of the side walls. But then we're going to have to make the verticals longer as the roof line increases. Okay, Sparky, how you doing? Is that the live stream that you had on this afternoon about your train shows and stuff like that? Is that the same one, or did you do another one? Good day, model railroaders. How you doing, Sparky? Good to see you in here. All right, what else we got here? 72 was a good year. That's when I started in the hobby. I started long before that. Okay. Hello, Sparky. Your meet and greet freight car runs on the mall layout every time I get a chance. There you go. Check or yeah. That takes me back to the old Walther's catalog where you had to fill out the order form and send it in with a check or money order, and then they'll send you back something in about 3 weeks saying, oh, half of the items are back ordered. What would you like us to do? Sparky said, oh, I did 2 live streams today. Oh, okay. All right. I watched some of the first one on the TV. So I can't chat on it when I'm watching on TV. I don't do checks or money. I mean, I got checks from my old address. I mean, I got it probably about 14 years ago when I opened up the checking account. I still got the 300 checks that you get. $1978 for me. I was about 1960. Oops. It jumped on me. Sparky says, thank you, Craig. Have you posted any videos of it? $1970 train ordering out of the magazines. There you go. I remember that too. Today, yeah, that's a good question. If you put it on the order, fill out, you got to print out the order, and then I said, do you take S&H green stamps? That's a good one. I love that. Okay. I got one more, and then we'll get to the rant. I have the framing for 4 walls completed. All I have to do now is, okay, like on this wall right here, there's 2 windows and a door. I'll have to put in the horizontal pieces to frame the windows and a top piece for the door. I'm going to hold off on doing the siding, staining the siding. I'm not going to stain the frame. There's actually like 3 buildings in this. There's a office, there's a machine shop, this right here, and then this right here with the crane that goes over top of the tracks. Now, in here, reading the directions, this right here, you have to build this. You have to build the wheels out of dowels and create your own dolly that runs along the top of the track. I have one that I did not use in Tylik Tools, so I'm going to use that one because I'm not about to build this, build my own wheels out of dowels and stuff like that. But I put it on regular paper and cut it in, broke it down. So here's what you see on the one. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to do part of the machine shop and the rest of it over here. On this side here, let me see, on this one here, we got the tall, really tall shed. You have to build your own motor too, right over here. I'm gonna find a motor to build. And the side pieces are right here for the tall shed. So I'm just gonna, instead of going to Office Depot and putting it on legal paper, I just divided it up on the regular letter size paper. But I still have this attached to the wax paper. Yeah, they give you see that little block there on the table. It's 1 inch by 3/4 by 3/4. You're supposed to whittle that down and make it look like a motor. That thing next to the little Ziploc bag in the windows. That's the motor you got to whittle down. Paper. Before I loosen this one up here, I'm going to put in the horizontals. I'll have to cut some. I got a couple here that I could probably, from these scraps, just cut these down a little bit and put them in horizontal for the window frame. I didn't find any stain at Melbourne Train Show or TRF Hobbies, so I'll probably just use the India ink on this one here. Maybe lighten it up a little bit more. The last one that I used the India ink on, I'm not quite sure which project it was, but I lightened it up for that one, but I'll lighten it up even more to give it a different appearance. But I don't like that one that I showed, the timber, this one here, because you have to put too many coats on it. The timber stain, Timberline Scenery. I bought this a long time ago when I was in Colorado, probably about 7 years ago, the last time
Thanks for stopping
Caboose
in, John.
Hobbies was open. That's the last time we went to Caboose Hobbies. I remember getting it there. But I've used it a couple of times, but it goes on real light. So I don't like putting a couple of coats. That's too much water on the wood. So we'll figure something out here. We'll get it done. And we'll be doing some of this on the Wednesday live stream. Hopefully I'll have more of the framing of the, what is it, the garage, or the machine, or actually the machine shop. So did somebody say rant? I hope somebody said, yeah, there you go. Gerald said rant. And Curtis says, what color are you looking for? I'm looking for a stain. I'm not sure what stain. But we'll figure it out. Yes. Jim can print a motor. There you go. I think I got some motors over here, but not from a 3/4 by 3/4 by 1. That must be a pretty damn big motor. That must be about a in HO scale. That must be about 150 horsepower or something, or bigger. There you go. Rant, 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 rant. Okay. We're not going to be doing Comcast or YouTube this time. We're going to be doing CVS. About 3 months ago, we got a bunch of phone calls from CVS headquarters. I don't know if it was Delaware or Rhode Island, one of those little states up there in Northeast, trying to push, from corporate headquarters. And Jim Tedesco says, yes, I can. Can you print out a really, really big one? I'm not sure. I'd have to look up at some pictures and see, because it really doesn't show the motor inside. You have to use your imagination. So I'll talk to you about that. But anyway, at CVS 3 months ago, they were calling from their corporate headquarters wanting to know if I wanted them to call my doctor whenever I had running low on medicine. I told them no, because previously when you would send me those messages, would you like us to contact your doctor? And I said, yes, you never contacted my friggin' doctor. So I'll do it myself.
So they must have called me about 4 or 5 times from corporate headquarters. I said, listen, quit calling me. I'll do it myself. I'll do it here locally. I'll call my doctor when I need it. Don't call me anymore. So they finally got the idea. Well, apparently they changed their system. They used to have, when you called up CVS, they used to have a guy with an automated voice. Now it's a female automated voice. And I haven't been getting text messages when I got my meds. Neither has Debbie. They would have to call in, and nobody answers the phone at CVS. Go figure. I mean, the one time we were standing there waiting for prescriptions, you could hear on intercom, pharmacy call waiting, 5 pharmacy calls waiting, 6 pharmacy calls waiting, 7 pharmacy calls waiting. Nobody's picking up the phone. They're just doing whatever they want to do. A bunch of people in there, can't get waited on, especially during season. They don't hire anybody. Well, they just closed the CVS in the town next to us, Avon Park. It's only a couple of miles north from where I live, and I guess they brought some of the people down. You pissed them off. Yes, I did. And it's still not any better. I mean, it's off season, and they're still not any faster. They got more people working there, but they're still just as slow. So I had to go up there and tell them, hey, look, I haven't been getting any text messages or something. Well, they said, well, your phone number's in here, but it says no text messages. I says, I never told them not to. I said, I was getting up to 3 months ago. And he said, well, I'll fix it for you. So now they're getting it. Debbie had to do the same thing. Although with Debbie, they had my old phone number, which I haven't had for like 10 years. I said, I don't know how the hell they get that. Walgreens is just as bad. Yeah, I was thinking about going over to Walgreens, but there's two Walgreens here in Sebring. But if they're just as bad, I won't do that. Yeah. This is CVS. For a charge of $19.95 more, we can call you directly. There you go. Yeah, it's only going to get worse. Yes. Had the same shit here in CVS, changed to Walgreens that have never been happier, and the stuff in the stock not like CVS. Well, we used to go to Walgreens a long time ago, and we quit there because we were having so much problems. Why do they call it tourist season if you can't hunt them? That's a good idea. That's a good one. Yeah, CVS is just as bad here. My daughter has to get insulin through CVS, and they won't fill it. So she went to a store and called while watching pharmacy, and they just hit hold button. CVS sucks. Yeah, they do. They do. And, what choice do you have? I mean, we got CVS and Walgreens, and then they just opened up another independent pharmacy. Or, I don't think it's open yet. They had the sign open there, pharmacy coming soon, but I don't think it's open yet. But you don't have any choices anymore. They want you to do everything online, and that's even worse because it goes through the USPS, and you ain't going to get shit from them. Years ago when I was getting my medication through the VA, everything had to go through the post office unless you wanted to go up to Fort Myers, or actually it wasn't Fort Myers, it was Cape Coral, where they finally built a place up there to get your meds, which was, for me, it was about 30 miles away. This is what happens when they hire dummies. But I was getting pain meds back then, and post office lost them, and it's a controlled substance, and so I talked to the lady that was the mail carrier, and she says, "Oh, this is when we were living in an apartment, and oh, I got you messed up with another guy that was moving." I said, "Gee, thanks a lot." So I had to go to the post office itself, and I had to send them a letter from the VA stating what happened so they could investigate it. And so once they started investigating, say, we'll look into it. So they wrote me a letter so I could take it to the VA so I could get my meds. So about a month later, it showed up. They didn't even look for it. It just came through the mail, on a regular basis. They didn't look for it or anything, even though it has a tracking ID. You're going to shit when you hear who has the corporate fulfillment in the old Monroeville Convention Center, CVS. No shit. Oh boy. I can remember when they first built it. That was a Marriott there, because when I got married in 1975, we had our honeymoon up on the top floor. Well, for the first night anyway. You should be able to win no bag limit, Daryl. There you go. Her insurance says has to use CVS but won't help the people when CVS doesn't hold up to filing in the meds. Insurance is the program. Yeah, a few pills were probably missing when the medicine showed up. No, it wasn't. I mean, they just forwarded it, and it went up to Fort Myers in their distribution center, and it sat there for a month, and then they finally, picked it up and sent it back. So that's the post office for you, and that's the and that's CVS. So that's all I got. I just hate CVS, and the insurance that I have, Aetna, that's a CVS company. So what can you do? You're screwed all the way around. Well, at least with Aetna, I don't pay a ridiculous co-payment for my insurance or for my medicines. That's the only reason I got Aetna, is when Debbie turned 65, she had to get Medicare. So she was looking into it and was asking questions about it, and I found out that the co-pays were zero, so I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to switch over." And Cheska says, "I use Walmart. They text and call the doctors." Yeah, we used to use Walmart when we lived in Naples for a while, but it got so busy that we quit using it. And the Walmart here in Sebring, it's so, I mean, every day it looks like it's Christmas, day before Christmas. The parking lot is packed, 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's hard to get into the Walmart here. Yeah, CVS has always sucked. Yeah. Worse than the drugstores and doctors up here in Sebring, they still can't get my insulin quantity right. I know. Ain't that some shit? Debbie's not a day over 29, Tom. Yeah, I know. She's not, but she's eligible for Medicare. All right, so did I miss anything over here? Gerald, cool. Thanks for your service, Tom. I had a lot of fun in the Air Force. I Didn't want to go in the beginning, but once I got there, I enjoyed every minute of it. So you're welcome. Okay. Yeah. I guess no matter where you go, the drugstores are bad. And right up here, there was a big medical place that had a drugstore in it. And right as soon as we moved to Sebring, they closed it and they moved it down to Lake Placid. Alan's Train World, how you doing? 5 more years to retire. Thanks for your service, Tom. You're welcome, Alan. Thanks for stopping in here. All right. Yes, it was a great adventure. I really enjoyed being in the Air Force. It was 4 years, and I had an offer to go to Randolph to work as a civil servant in the avionics shop, and I should have taken it, but I was in love. I met my wife. I went on leave about 5 months before I got out, and I met my wife. And I went home, and we eventually got married. Had 3 beautiful children. So, thought about going back, but too late. But I had fun. I did some TDYs at Randolph, and I liked that place. They had a shortage of people in the avionics shop, and when I went up there, they had more people than we did in our avionics shop. So, go figure. Yeah, full. But yeah, I should have went there. They offered it to me in Del Rio too, but I didn't want to stay in Del Rio. That was in the middle of the desert. Favorite engine? I don't have a favorite engine. They're steam engines. That's it. Geared. How you doing, Elite Productions? Good to see you in here. Okay, we're getting ready to cut this thing off. We're going to do some swirly smoke and continue on Rumble. So if you don't have the Rumble link, I'll give it to you right here. If you'd like to sign up, all you have to do is log in, give them your email and phone number, and then you could go on there. And Jim, I got to talk to you when we're on Rumble, because since you started your channels, I can't find you anywhere. Yeah, you just disappeared. You're Jim13A, and when you did the live stream the other day, I followed you on your 2 channels, and they don't show up. None of it shows up. And I even tried on here. You you made a comment on one of my videos, and I couldn't even respond to it. I filled it all out, and it said there was something wrong. So I got to find out what the hell's going on. So everybody, I want to thank you all for stopping in, and I really, really appreciate it. We're going to continue on Rumble tonight. And so here comes the swirly smoke.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mr. Can we leave the sea? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark. traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. Want that low train to carry me back.
There you go. There's this swirly smoke. All right.
Well, they left Columbus around 7. Oh, Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. That poor boy's heart started overheating, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark and Lord is bright. I've been traveling this lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Oh, that long old train back.
All right, Train Man Craig, good to see you on Rumble. Had to get some water here.
And the sky is cloudy. Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. Oh, that long old train, won't you carry me? Oh,
Train.
won't you carry me?
Carry me home. Whoa, whoa. All right, everybody. See you again on Wednesday or on Rumble. Okay, take care. Thanks for stopping in.